Good evening, everyone. My name is Katie Corey, and I am one of the administrators here at George Reed Middle School. The goal of the screencasts that are embedded within this presentation are just to give you more visual examples of how to navigate the system to help students access their classes for week 1 at George Reed. You'll notice that in our presentation, there's also an example of the week 1 schedule, just to give you an example of what their navigation through the system will look like once they've accessed their Core 1 classes. Mr. Wolf is going to share additional information in his videos, but it's important for you to have this visual reference as well. Again, posted multiple places, but just one more explanation of what students will be attending over the course of this first orientation week. So take some time to look at that. On each of these slides, you're going to see information for how students can access their Colonial apps. And when I say Colonial apps, I mean the most important links, places that they're going to access their work. Colonial, as long as you are logged into your Google account, has this fancy little menu where there are quick links for students, and then on my end, you'll see that there's staff links as well to ensure that there is a clear location to jump into these specific places, including Clever, which is a house for many of our Colonial apps, and then also Schoology, which is where students are going to find that class information at George Reed. So I'm going to jump out of the slideshow real quick and just show you on a Google Chrome screen what this might look like. Students need to make sure that they're signed in to their Colonial Google account. To sign in, and this is on another screen as well, so it's not just me telling you, but they're going to use their lunch number at colonial.k12.de.us, and their password is their birthday. Again, the format for this is on one of the upcoming slides to help you if they're unsure. Once students log in, they will see their picture in the right-hand corner. There's additional information logged in the final slide of this presentation if you're having trouble getting the account linked on the computer. But again, as long as they're using those credentials, they should be good to go. Just to show you what this screen is showing you on the slide, in the top left corner on mine, you'll see there's a Colonial staff folder. Students will see something very similar as is shown in the screenshot. And when they click on it, they will get all sorts of quick links. Now, mine looks a little bit different as a staff member, but students are really looking for Schoology on this one, because Schoology is where they're going to go to find that class information. And then another way to get to Schoology is using Clever. Clever is the location through which they log into apps like Dreambox, but also houses many other platforms that they use over the course of the school year. So just an important thing to note. Moving ahead to this next slide, and I'm just going to jump into presentation mode one more time here. These are directions for how to access the Clever extensions. Again, walking you through the exact same steps I'm showing you right now. After clicking on Clever, it is going to prompt them to log into their Colonial Google account. And then once logged in, they should see applications much like are noted here in this screenshot. Oops. Just to show you that, if I go to my menu and click on Clever, I am already logged in with Google, but this just kind of gives you a feel for what the platform looks like, not in a screenshot. So Student Portal will have any of the applications that students need quick access to. And if I scroll down here, you'll also note that their Google Drive is stored here. And this is another access point for Schoology. So teachers will likely be referencing many of these applications during the year. If students have not used them before and they're new to middle school, then it will give them directions as to where to go, but just as a reference point for you as families at home. And the last part of this piece of the screencast is just logging into Schoology. So I mentioned before, they're going to use their student ID at Colonial with the ending you see here, just a little bit blurry. And then their lunch, that's their lunch number, we commonly refer to it. And then their password is their birthday. And it's important that when you look at this slide, you're putting it in the format that it requires. So if their birthday is a single-digit month, they do need to put that 0 placeholder in. Our middle schoolers, for the most part, and even our incoming 6th graders should be familiar with this format, but it's here as a guide if you need it. Again, there are multiple ways to access Schoology, but the two that we're really presenting here are through Clever and also through the drop-down menu, as long as they're logged into Google. The goal of this screencast is to help you navigate to your Core 1 course for that first staggered start day during the first week of school. Teachers will be sending a message through Schoology, but also posting an update with the login information for their Core 1 courses for the first day during the staggered start week. So the purpose of this is to show you where to find that first day information. There are 2 places where this information will be housed in Schoology. So students need to log into Schoology. Once they log into Schoology using the tips provided before or just on their own, because they're pros, I'm sure, they're going to navigate to their messages. In their messages, they're going to find hopefully a bunch of messages, but one in particular that's titled, Welcome to the 2020 School Year. When they click on that message, they'll find information from their Core 1 teacher that should look similar to this screen that I'm going to present for you right now. It will remind them, depending on their last name, when to sign in. So A through L on Tuesday the 8th, use the link below. And then M through Z on Thursday the 10th, using the link below. And just, again, welcome them back to the school year. Students from that core class should use that link on their designated day to join their session. And then once they're in their Core 1 class, they'll go through the rest of their schedule and set up the schedule and links for the rest of the day and the rest of the week moving forward into the rest of the school year. So the goal is for them to start in their Core 1, and at that point, they'll get additional information and links regarding the rest of their schedule. The second place that this information is posted is on their course updates. And I'm going to toggle over to Schoology and show you live in just a moment. But once students enter their Core 1 course, which is labeled with a number 1 in the picture of that course to help them see it better once they log in, they're going to go to their updates. And in their updates, they should find a very similar message that, again, welcomes them back, reminds them of when to log in, and then provides them the link for access. Again, once they're in that Core 1 class, our Core 1 teachers are going to guide students through the rest of their schedule, ensure they're able to capture the appropriate Zoom links and get themselves organized for the rest of the week and hopefully the rest of the digital portion of our year. So just to show you live on Schoology, once they're in Schoology, they're going to go to their Core 1 course to access the updates. So again, maybe they want to just see their updates and go into their course instead of going to their messages. So you'll see here I have some of those courses on my dashboard. So here's an example of a Core 1 course in English. So I'm going to pretend I'm the student going to that Core 1 course, which looks like Miss Gallo's course. So Miss Gallo's kids, here it is. She has this posted as an announcement as well, which is awesome. But everyone is going to have it as an update as well. So when you scroll down in your updates, that same information is available there for students over the course of that first week. When it's their day to log in, they'll simply click on the link and log into their Zoom session. And again, Miss Gallo's period 1, which appears to be 8th grade, will get guided through their schedule for the remainder of the week with her to ensure that they're successful getting from core to core over the course of the week. And again, this slide just shows you where to click. There are so many additional tips and tricks that have been provided by staff and our technology team to support families and students over the course of our virtual learning. So when you're in this slideshow, this night here is a clickable link. It will take you to some other helpful hints regarding Zoom, other sign-in issues, Wi-Fi. So again, just a comprehensive slideshow of information that you may want to reference if you're struggling, but we are here to help. So definitely reach out using the resources provided in this information given tonight and also by Mr. Wolf. We look forward to working with you this school year. I hope this was helpful. Have a great night.